schedule for the day? Yes, please come on. You must be having the daily, weekly, this day-wise schedule with you. What are we supposed to discuss today? Are you not carrying that paper with you, or? Yes, Kanishka. Are you there? Kanishka, are you there? No. How about Faraz Malik?
Yes, sir. Present. Yes, sir.
Faraz? Yes. Munawwar? Are you there, Munawwar?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Munawwar K. Okay. What did I ask? What did I ask? I ask you, what do we intend to discuss today? What is the schedule?
So, study of the financial statement of a company.
Study of the financial statement of the company. Okay. What all statements have been uploaded on the website?
Yeah, interpretations.
No. What I have uploaded, not now, much earlier, I have uploaded the statements of various companies on website. So, can you name the companies, the statements of which have been uploaded on the website? Now let me ask by name Talha. I uploaded some statement. Can you name those statements which have been uploaded?
Sir, I haven't gone through that just yet.
Okay, no problem. Okay, Nauman, can you tell me? Nauman, roll number 22. Nauman, are you there? No. Okay, how about Waris Hussain?
Yes, sir.
Have you gone through the statement which I have uploaded on the website?
Actually, no, sir.
Okay, no problem. I'm just asking. Okay, now I am writing something in the chat box. Kindly reply just yes or no. Don't write that I will do that. Don't write nothing. Only one of the two words, either yes or no. I'm writing something on in the chat box, and therefore it is taking a bit time. Now I am posting a statement. Kindly write yes or no, nothing more than that. Please start typing immediately. All right. Now, what was included in the statement? I uploaded the statements of Jio, Apollo Hospital, and the reason for uploading statements of Jio of 17, 18, 16, 17, 18, 19, something like that, for 3 years statements of Jio, 3 years statement of Apollo, and 3 years statements of one more company. Specifically uploaded for Jio because in the initial years it had suffered huge losses and still its share prices continued to rise. Do you remember I asked this question from many of you long ago? So I thought I'll explain to you with the help of some real life examples. Now, in case I wish to explain to you something about those statements, how do I do that? I have a printed version with me. In case I wish to refer to a particular figure or a particular figure given on a particular page, will this be possible to have an interaction or not? I mean, tell me either yes or no. Asad Beg. Asad?
Yes, sir.
Can we discuss in the absence of availability of those with all of you, or we cannot?
Sir, I just downloaded the Geo one from the website, sir. So we can refer to it. Since there are 29 pages, we can refer to it page-wise.
Okay, you have downloaded. How about 90% of you? Ashish Kumar. Ashish?
Yes, sir. Sir,
How do we go about? How do we do it now? How do we discuss
now,
it?
sir.
Sorry?
I have downloaded it now. Sir, I am downloading it now.
So can we discuss?
Yes, sir, we can now.
Okay. If all of you agree, I have no problem, I can discuss, but it will make sense to you only if those printed pages are available with you right away. If you don't have in front of you, it will be difficult to discuss them. Okay, let me pick up.
Sir, we have the soft copy of those.
It doesn't matter. See,
We don't have the hard copy.
my only interest is, I'm not interested, I'm not insisting rather you should have a hard copy or you should have soft copy. My only interest is if I wish to refer to a particular figure, a particular page, both of us should be on the same page, on the same word, on the same line. Then only I'll be able to explain. For example, if you refer to Jio statement, financial statements of Jio, 1314. Here, 1314, page number 2. What is the first figure which is mentioned in the 2014-15 statement?
Sir, 2030. Sir, on page number 2.
Revenue from operations.
Revenue from operations. What figure has been mentioned?
Sir, rupees 4 lakh in 2013-14.
1314, 4 lakh. How about 1415?
Sir, 4.
4 lakh. What is the second figure?
See, other income.
Okay, very good. How much?
That is, for 2014 and 15, it is 133 lakhs.
Okay. All right. Just stay here only. How much loss has this company suffered? How much loss has this company suffered? In
38.
So before tax, 38,080 lakhs.
38,880 in that.
Okay. In 2013-14,
The 12 lakh 34,000.
12 lakh 34,000. Now, just note it. You cannot do it right now, but just note it. Look at the share price movement of Jio from 2013 onward. What did you do? Share price movement of Jio from 2013-14, then 14-15, 15-16, and you continue up to maybe another 2 years. You just see what will you notice there. Now the company has suffered losses. Why do you think this company is suffering losses? Because there are no revenues. Revenues are less than the expenses, because revenues are only 137 if we talk about 2014-15, but the expenses are 40,000, 40.1, 40,000, 40 lakh, 70, 40, 17 lakh. Similarly, it is true for other first year also, like 2013 and 14. Now, if you look at notes 22, 23, 24, 25, something like that, which is mentioned, what is this? These are the notes which are available on subsequent pages of this balance sheet, of these financial statements, which tells you how has the company arrived at this figure of 4. Or if you look at note number 25, how is this company, as what are its operating and other expenses? Its details can be found on note number 25. Similarly, if you look at second last line, significant accounting policies. Significant accounting policies. So what will this contain? It will contain the policies based on which company has drawn these statements. Note number 1. Now, if you look at page number 1 of this statement, come to page number 1. What does the first line read?
Significant account policies on consolidated accounts.
No. First line. What does first line say of page 1?
Reliance Jio Infocom Limited.
Yes, Reliance Jio Infocom Limited. What does the second line say?
Significant accounting policies on consolidated accounts.
So, Kamran, can you continue reading it loudly?
Yes.
Now listen to this carefully. I mean, reading will serve the purpose, but at least listen to them. I'll stop him here. Just one or after. Just, please go ahead.
Significant accounting policies on consolidated accounts. Basis of preparation of financial statements. These financial statements have been prepared to comply with accounting principles generally accepted in India. The accounting standards notified under the relevant provisions of the Company Act 2013. The financial statements are prepared on accrual basis under the historical cost convention.
Just stop it. Just stop here, Kamran. What has he just now read? That financial statements are prepared on accrual basis under the historical cost convention. These two words, do they convey some meaning to you? Yes, the company is not following. Which system company is not following?
Cash basis.
Yes, you are right. Absolutely right. Company is not following cash basis. Further, company is not following, what is the opposite to historical cost basis? Current cost basis. Company is not following current cost basis. Company is following historical cost basis of accounting. Okay, then read BA. Principles of consolidation. Read BA. Yes, please go ahead.
The financial statements of the company and its subsidiary companies are combined on a line-by-line basis by adding together the book values of like items, assets, liabilities, income, and expenses after eliminating intra-group balances and intra-group transactions.
Okay. This is about consolidation, which we have not talked about. One second. If we move on now, and you see the company suffered losses, still its share prices continued to increase. What could be the reason?
So speculation in the market.
Okay, any other reason? Any other reason? Shareholders or prospective shareholders might have thought, if this is a company promoted by established business house of the country, the business house carries with itself huge experience, and therefore is likely that the company will make adequate profits in the time to come. All right. Then based on that, people continued investing. Now it has now come to page number 16. Which page number will you come? Page number 16. 16. Have you reached page number 16?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the text which I have mentioned using a ball pen or using a sketch pen?
So GO 16, 17 and 17, 18.
16, 17, 17, 18. On this page, the information related to balance sheet assets and liabilities has been given. If you start reading assets, non-current assets, can you see non-current assets word? Which note is this? Note 1. Okay, read these figures one by one. If there is anything which is not clear to you, you ask me or I'll read it out. Property, plant and machinery, they have mentioned under the heading of non-current assets. What is the other meaning of non-current assets? Any other answer?
So long-term assets.
Or any other further answer? Simply. Yes, correct. Say it again.
Fixed asset.
Fixed asset. Yes. Very common name is fixed asset because the nature itself suggests. But they have titled them as non-current assets. Okay, property, plant and equipment. Is this clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Capital work in progress.
Yes.
Capital work in progress. What is it? Capital
61,025.
No, the figure is fine, 61,025. What does this word mean, capital work in progress?
So fixed assets which are work in progress. For example, for Geo, it could be setting up of towers.
Correct, very true. Setting of a tower, which is a bit complete. Saying of a tower is construction of a tower, which is
Work in progress, sir.
okay. Say it in other words. Which is partially complete.
Yes, sir.
Which is partially complete. If you manufacture a product, it passes through various stages, maybe 15, 20, 30 stages. By the time you reach last stage, only then it becomes complete. Till such time it is not completed, it is known as work in progress. But still it is called as fixed assets. Then you have intangible assets, you have financial assets, okay, you have deferred tax assets. What does this mean, deferred tax asset? Okay, the taxes which you can claim at a later date, or the taxes which have been paid in advance but still they were not due. So this you can call as deferred tax asset. Then you have just one second, some words are very common like total receivables, cash and bank balance, other financial assets, current assets, equity share capital, other equity, total equity, financial liabilities. But wherever there is a term which is not clear, you ask me. Equity share capital, financial liabilities include borrowings, other financial liabilities, deferred payment liabilities. What does it mean? Deferred payment liabilities. What could be the other word for this deferred payment liabilities? What is the meaning of word deferred?
Sir, outstanding expenses.
Yes, outstanding. But the meaning of the word deferred is something which you postpone. Don't you say that for the time being we have deferred this task? Normally you say like this or not? Similarly, when a liability is deferred for future, that is, you will pay it, some payment was due, but you have not paid. So you call it deferred payment liabilities. Provisions. What is provision? What is the meaning of word provision?
Reserve and surplus.
Okay, you have used two more words. Reserve, surplus, and I was asking about the provision. Okay. When company has made adequate, it
The amount created for further contingencies.
amount created for
Further contingencies.
Taj, you continue. Amount set aside for, just let Taj speak. Future expense. future expense that you are expecting. What is this called? Reserve or surplus or provision? Provision. How about reserve? Okay. See, you have three words: surplus, reserve, and provision. Let us start with the surplus. When company makes adequate profit, it has surplus money. What should it do with surplus money? It can pay to the shareholders or it can retain. Or part of it can pay, part of it can retain. So now surplus is that part which it has retained. What will it do with this retained money? Number one, provision. Provision is for those things which it has to pay, so not pay, it has to maybe invest in sometimes in future. Then reserves. It has it has something which is earmarked for a specific purpose. Let me give you some common example. There is a word called dividend equalization reserves. Dividend equalization reserves. If company wants to maintain a stable dividend policy, that every year it will pay 25%. Maybe in some year it has made lesser profit and it cannot pay 25. It can just manage to pay 15% or 12%, anything less than 25. But it wanted to maintain a stable policy. It wanted to send a signal in the market that company always pay 25% or even more. So what it will do? The years in which it had great profits, it will create a reserve known as dividend equalization reserve. From this money, it can transfer money in a year in which there are less profit. There is less profit. So reserve means something earmarked for a specific purpose. Then you have another term called as reserves. So reserves is surplus. Surplus is something for which it has not decided what will it do with that money. So you have reserve, you have surplus, and you have provisions. So these were some of the words which might make some sense to you, which might be clear. Now, wherever notes have been mentioned, not now, but later on, you go through these notes. You refer to these notes, you will come to know how these figures or what all is included in these things. For example, if you look at note number 5, what is the title of note number 5? What is the title of note number 5?
Other non-current.
Other non-current asset. What is the figure? 3,610. 3,610. Now, what all this contain? If you refer to note number 5, you will come to know. There is no need for you to do it right now, but you must do it subsequently. Later on, you must do it so that you know how has the company arrived at these figures. Then page 16 we have done. Similarly, if you look at page number 17, you will have details of profit and loss account. In the previous page, you had details of balance sheet. In the next page, page number 17, you have details of profit and loss account. You have revenues, you have other income. Now, what is the revenue from operation? 17-18 is 20,154 lakh. So it has substantially increased. Then there are expenses. Sorry. It's in crore, correct? It's in crore. So 20 crore. It is in 20 crore. You are right. And
20,000 crore.
20,150 crore to be specific. 20,150 crore. There are total expenses. There are taxes. There are deferred taxes. And ultimately, what is the total income? What is it? Net profit? Net profit is 723 crores. Net profit was it? Okay, here is something which is to be learned. Look at 2016 and 17. What you should look at? The data of 2016 and 17. Look at profit and loss. How much is the loss or profit? Loss of?
So loss of 31,000.
No.
Sorry, 31 crore.
No. I'm saying data of 2016 and 17. Profit and loss before tax. How much is it?
So 48.
48. Okay. When loss is 48, they are writing current tax nil, but deferred tax 17. Sorry. Current tax figure is nil, but deferred tax figure is 17. Now let me ask you a question. If company is suffering losses like the data that you have, real life data that you have in front of you, losses of 48 crore, will it make some provision for taxes or not? Will it pay some taxes? Yes or no?
Could in future if it makes profit.
Okay. So suppose a company has suffered a loss. This company, let us take exact specific figure, loss of 48 crore in 2016-17. What should it do with this figure? Should it make some provision? Should it make some calculation for taxes or not? Suppose the tax rate is 50%. Will company get some benefit in the next year, that is 17-18? This is the advantage of discussing the real life data. If company has suffered some losses in previous year, I'll repeat, if company has suffered some losses in previous years, it will still make some calculation of taxes, and when it reaches current year, that is next year, and if there is a profit in next year, the losses suffered in previous will be adjusted first, and then company will pay taxes. That means company will take advantage in the current year so far as payment of taxes is concerned. Its tax liability will be reduced by which figure? By the figure it suffered losses in the previous year. Is this clear to you, or should I explain again?
So please explain again.
Okay, assume some other figures. 2000, okay, maybe take out pen and paper, write down 2016, just write 2016 and loss of rupees 100. 2016 and loss of rupees 100. Then write 2017 and write profit of rupees 400. I'll repeat. In 2016, loss of rupees 100. In 2017, profit of rupees 400. And assume tax rate as 50%. Tax rate as 50%. How much tax will company pay in 2017?
So 150.
150. Any other answer?
Yes, sir. 150.
150. Why 150? Because
loss is minus then.
Yes, because loss will be subtracted. If there were no losses in 2016, how much tax company would have paid?
Sir, 200.
200, because on 400, 50% will be 200. But because of payment, because of losses in the previous year, company has accounted for this, and therefore company has paid 150. So this saving of rupees 50 in the current year in the form of taxes is a result of losses that company suffered in previous year. Suppose there have been losses of several previous years. What would company have done? Company would have continued accumulating these losses. Company would have continued accumulating these losses, and the year in which company made a profit, all accumulated losses would have been adjusted. Now, for how many years company could carry on these losses?
So 8 years.
Say it again.
8 years.
7 years. It is 7 years. Company can carry for. Okay. Suppose company has suffered loss in 8th year also. What will happen? The figure of loss of first year will be deleted. If company has suffered loss in 9th year also, the figure of second year will also be deleted, and for the most recent 7 years, losses will be accumulated. And whenever company earns profit, if it is sufficient to set off all losses, the entire losses will be set off, will be balanced. And if company has not made adequate profit, so to the extent losses have been accumulated, company can, therefore these benefit that company gets because of this, you look at these in the form of deferred taxes, current taxes and deferred taxes. So profit loss for the year will be after adjustment of deferred losses. Then you have items such as earning per share. Okay, you have like significant accounting policies that has been already discussed. Then you refer to some more pages of the same balance sheet. Let me take some more pages, and you will find more or less the same items except with the different figures. Then likewise you have studied the financial statements of Reliance. Similarly, you can study financial statements of other companies, and you should also go through the significant accounting policies. You should also go through the all notes. More importantly, significant accounting policies, go through all notes. Second, note down those items which are not clear to you. The items which are not clear to you, maybe you post in the group, and I'll be able to answer, or you can answer amongst yourselves, and then you can discuss. I'll be able to correct if the discussion or if the posting of somebody was not correct. We again come back to the place or the stage where we started, that Reliance. There is lot more to add to this. That Reliance got limited income of 4 lakh, or let us say almost zero income compared to lakhs of rupees, hundreds and thousands and crores of rupees, which it has spent. Why is it that Reliance suffered losses despite the fact that it had huge revenues? Now this question is related to the understanding of the basic concept of accounting. I'll repeat. Can somebody recall what was the Reliance model when it started selling its geo services? What did it do?
So free internet services for 1 year, calling and
okay, Philip. No, but it was not free. It provided modem. What did it do when it provided modem? Yes. Try to recall. Some of you might have bought. It provided a modem costing rupees
1500.
You are right, absolutely right, very true. Your recall is very good. 1500 rupees. Okay, what was the provision? Number one, 3 months. Okay, carry on. 3 months of unlimited data. No, I am interested in knowing something else.
So this 1500 was security amount.
Oh, good. Now you got the correct word. 1500 was the security deposit. Okay. After 1 year, what it would have done?
Returned the amount.
You would have returned. Suppose you returned, what would company do to you? Company will pay back your security.
Yes, sir.
Right? Am I right? If suppose Reliance provided you this modem in 2015 and it took 1500 rupees from you, what was this 1500 for the company?
Revenue.
Sorry?
Revenue.
Okay. Now you talk in accounting language only. Who said revenue?
Yojit Samson.
Yojit. Okay. According to Yojit, this 1500 rupees were revenue for the company. Okay. Any other answer?
Liability.
Any other answer? All right, let us confine to these two words only, revenue and liability. Having discussed this much only, again refer back to the statements of Geo. Liability. Usman is saying liability. Okay. No, I think we are gradually moving towards achieving the purpose for which today's class we have scheduled. Reliance revenue was reported by how much? Reliance reported a revenue of rupees 4 lakh only. I mean, you see the statement. I mean, is it 4 lakh or not? How much revenue is Reliance reporting?
So 4 lakh.
4 lakh. How many modems do you think Reliance must have sold or must have provided to various users? Crores? Lakhs or crores? Let us assume just 1 lakh. Let us assume 1 lakh modem. If it has provided 1 lakh modem, how much cash or bank balance would it have generated? 1 lakh into 1500. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
1 lakh into 1500. How much does it become? Simply 15 crore. Simply 15 crore. Sorry. Suppose it has sold 5 lakh modems, so 75 crore. By all means, the modem sold would have been much more than 5 lakh. Could be 1 million, could be 2 million, could be 3 million modems. Okay. When it was so, why is it that still it is reporting losses? Here lies your understanding of accounting. Can someone now, I think enough of references, rather enough of hint is there with you so that you can answer it correctly. It has go ahead.
Because they sold the modems to the people, and after using the modem, the people returned the modem and they asked for their money back.
No, unfortunately not. Your answer now, your discussion, your answers should be in line with accounting language. See, most of you have come up to close to the answer. Think again what you discussed a few minutes before. The money Reliance received, what was it for Reliance? Yes? Still not provisions. The money, okay, it was provision, let us say provision. How do you calculate profit? Revenue minus expenses. If revenue is less, expenses are more, there will be losses. But what was the okay? What happened with Reliance? Did it earn some revenue or not? It did. Was it revenue?
So it was dividend.
It was?
So it was dividend revenue.
Surplus.
Dividend revenue.
No, Kanishka, say it again what you were saying.
It was dividend revenue.
Where has dividend come in picture? No, dividend will be paid if there is a profit. Was there profit? See, I'll once again, just one second, let me switch on battery. I'll once again ask you to concentrate on the two words which some of you have just now spoken. Security, liability, revenue. Some of you yourself have spoken. So where lies the catch? Okay, let me give you now one more and final hint. Thereafter, I think you should come up. I don't mind explaining you the answer within minutes, but whatever you have earned, whatever you have learned, unless we are able to apply it, unless we are able to use it in the real life situation, then there is no use. Reading a text, understanding its meaning and answering questions in the examination is of no use. It may simply help you to pass, that you will in any case. Whatever concepts we have learned, if we are unable to apply them in real life situation, then really the purpose of education will not be served. Let me give you another hint. I think that let this be a final hint. Suppose instead of taking rupees 1500 from the consumers as security, Reliance would have sold modem. Reliance Jio would have sold modem. What would have happened?
So that would have been revenue.
That would have been considered as the sales, and sales would have been definitely by revenue. And what would be the next, next consequence or next step of that revenue?
So
suppose Reliance has sold 1 crore modem. So there will be 100, 1,000, 1,500 or 1,500 crore worth revenue. From revenue, it would have subtracted expenses. Expenses. Whatever is the difference, profit, it would have paid taxes. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Does this give you some idea why Reliance has done so, why Jio has done so, and what were the fine reading between the lines?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So to avoid tax.
To avoid a tax. Is it? See, there are two words in the taxation: avoidance of taxes or tax planning or saving taxes. Reliance saved tax or avoided? Saved. Avoidance is illegal and saving is legal. So what did Reliance do? It avoided or it is saved? Ethically or unethically?
Ethically.
Ethically. Okay. So what is the catch now? You have changed the meaning of your receipts. In any case, it was receiving 1,500 crore, 15,000 crore, whatever number of modems were sold. It received that much of money. Is there any doubt about it? There is absolutely no doubt it has received so much of money. Now, naming this money as revenue, naming this money as provision, naming this money as security, assigning a specific name will have very, very serious consequences. In one of the cases, it will pay taxes. In one of the cases, it will not. Just recall 2-3 days ago, we have discussed about the category under which Sachin Tendulkar is assessed as a taxpayer. See, I as an individual, I am assessed as a taxpayer in the form of a salaried person. Income from a salary. I may receive income from other sources also, such as interest that the bank gives on my saving bank account. I can receive money from other sources, such as whenever I go out somewhere out the university and deliver some lecture, attend to some meeting or something like that, I receive money. But all those money that I received are taxed under a different heading, not from salary. So depending on the head of, in which it is classified as an income, tax rate will be applicable. In some cases, it will be more. In some cases, it will be less. Similarly, depending on the money that you are receiving and why are you receiving? Reliance is receiving as a loan. Reliance is receiving as a security. So on that money, there will be no taxes. Now, what is the concern of a company? Cash flow or the title of income?
Cash flow.
Okay. But can it afford to have this forever? In order to avoid this tax, can Reliance next year also take it as a loan? Next year also, can it continue? But Reliance knew it fully well that its profit and loss account, if it does so, will result in losses. That is in front of you. It is reporting losses. Would it have made any difference? Listen to question carefully. Would it have made any difference had Reliance considered this money as a sales revenue? Had it sold modem, not given as a loan or as a security or as a on loan? Would it have made any difference? What difference would it have made? Correct. You are Aisha. What difference would it have made?
So revenue would have increased.
Consequently,
Profit increased.
Might have to like this.
Okay. Then why Reliance did not do so? Tax planning. Who was the finance head of the Reliance when this happened? No idea. Do you remember any person who resigned from RBI after serving for a lesser, prior to completion of his term?
Raghuram
Rajan.
After Raghuram Rajan? Oh, sorry.
Next.
Urjit Patel.
Urjit Patel.
Yes, yes, Urjit Patel. What did Urjit Patel do after leaving RBI? He was
a relative of Mukesh Ambani actually.
Not only relative, but relation is different. He was financial advisor. Exact designation I don't remember, but he was finance advisor, financial consultant, or something of that category, under whose leadership these transactions have taken place. All right. So the idea of explaining you these things was, the moment you change the accounting policy, the moment you change one decision, it results in either a saving or a spending or profitability in crores and crores of rupees. Had there been any other company, any company other than Reliance, would it have afforded the same thing? Huge losses in some years and still commanding a good share price?
No, sir.
Yes. What would have been those companies? Can you name some other companies which have done so? Tata could have done so, and Tata has done. Okay. Fine. Given the choice of comparison between Tata and Reliance, can you differentiate them with one sentence? Any one of you?
Maturity.
Say it again, Agdas.
So maturity.
Or?
So one is businessman and the other one is the industrialist.
Very true. One is businessman, the other one is industrialist. Usman, correct answer. Who is industrialist?
Tata.
Reliance is industrialist or Tata? Tata is industrialist and Reliance is business. Saving taxes like Reliance has, you said it is ethical. When they are actually making profit, they are taking advantage of some of the loopholes in the law. And anyway, we'll not go into those details. What I am leaving you with now, let's see, always look at what we are supposed to discuss for the day. Come prepared well, ask questions, see what is the application of these in real life. Otherwise, if everything that is available in the book, I copy it and paste, read it out, say the same thing, then what is my value addition? My value addition is zero. You can read the book because it is written in English. Both of us know equal amount of English. So it should have some value addition which will come through discussion only. You should be prepared, still go through the other statement. Better if you can post those queries to me in advance, maybe on my number or maybe in your group, so that we may have a fruitful discussion for the coming day. Second announcement, although I'll put it on the website also, in the group also, because once again there's a holiday on 2nd. So can we engage a class on 2nd?
Yes, sir.
If there are no, because at times it happens that during holidays, if the classes should not be engaged because it may be somebody may be preparing for some special arrangement or something. So if nothing is of that sort is required between 8 and 9, then perhaps an extra class can be engaged, so that we are at least we do not lose our day's schedule. So I'll think over it, and maybe if majority of you agree, we will have a class. So we will continue, look at the schedule for the next day. Come prepared. I have already posted the teaching material on this Google Classroom. In the classroom, I have uploaded the file which we will be using for the next class. Because this next class time starts, so you may kindly leave the meeting now.
Thank you, sir.